reserve the conference center for a movie that same night. I don't know if you realized that it was the same night as Super
Glad you said that.
because that was for the FC.
What drew you to be a student at Ozarks?
Funny story, I actually was going to Hendrix until about July, right before the fall when I started, and 3 girls I went to high school with, one of them being my best friend, was coming here to play softball. And she somehow through the grapevine found out a scholarship opened up late, and so I late applied, came and visited the campus middle of July, did all my interview process and fell in love with the campus. So it was kind of a last minute thing, but it was probably the best decision I made because I got a great scholarship out of it and I got to get really involved.
Yeah. What did you major in and why?
I came here with the intention to be an event planner of some sort. If you've ever seen the movie Wedding Planner, I just fell in love with it and I thought, oh, that would be something I'd love to do. So I went into business administration and marketing, declared the first week of classes, and then my sophomore year I toyed around with being an business and education major so I could go into coaching, but after working in the schools for my observation hours, I thought, I don't want to do that. So I kind of stuck with the business side of things.
Okay. After graduation, what was your path to the position you're in now, and how did you get the job?
Well, right after I graduated, after being away for 4 years, I moved back home, moved in with my mom, and went stir crazy looking for jobs. Exactly at a month after graduation, I landed a supervisor position at Best Buy, and within 9 months moved up to a manager position. And as much as I loved the company and I loved the people I worked with, I really figured out retail wasn't for me. And there was an admissions counselor position that came open during the summer here, and I had applied for that one. And before they even started doing interviews for that one, Brian Hall got moved over to be in charge of admissions, and Sherry had found out I was interested in coming back to the university and doing something here. And just through my involvement on campus and some of the things I'd done, I worked in this office for 2.5 years. I'd seen a little bit of everything, done a little bit of everything. So Sherry knew that it's something that I was very passionate about when I was here. And when I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do beyond retail, when I kind of got to that point earlier this year, I knew Ozarks was where I was extremely happy. I loved doing the different student affairs thing. I was involved in Student Foundation Board. I was president my senior year. I was an RA. I coached basketball after I had knee injury. So there were a lot of things I got involved with that were when I was really happy. So that's kind of what made me start looking back at Ozarks.
Did you see yourself working at your alma mater?
I was one of those that came from a bigger city. I came from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I loved my time here, but it was like graduation day. It's like, oh, thank goodness I'm getting out of Clarksville. I'm never going back. So if you would have asked me this 3 years ago when I was graduating, I would have said, no way would I go back there. No way would I work there. But getting out into the professional world and getting a little bit more experience, I realized how much this place meant to me. And even as a student, the way the faculty and staff treat you, being on the other side was very appealing after kind of getting out. And so 3 years ago, I would have told you no, but probably a year into working and actually getting out there, I probably would have told you a little bit differently. So not what I expected upon graduation day, but thankfully I did come back.
Okay. And what do you like most about the job, and what are your goals?
I would say probably what I like most is that interaction with the students. The campus is so small, so as a student you end up knowing everybody, and you get in that same position working here. You get to know everybody and not just know their name, but you get to know things about them, and I get to interact on a different level than certain people do. I'm not grading papers for anybody. I'm helping them with something that they're passionate about, whether it's something related to their major or it's a sport that they like or just something they're truly interested in. So I get to know them in a different level, and I'm also getting into my position more and starting to help with the development side of things, hopefully with leadership skills and maybe helping build resumes and things. So I think that's probably what I really like the most, is that interaction with students. Mine's a little bit more unique than other people, and student life is a little bit different, I think, than a lot of other places on campus also. Hopefully my path, in this spring I'm going to begin on my master's in college student personnel at Arkansas Tech. And hopefully I'll start moving up. Obviously our campus is a little bit different. From here, maybe my next position would be somebody like Bo or somebody like Sherry. And I think getting into a dean's position like what Sherry's doing would be something I'd really like. And I'd really love to stay here as long as possible, but also stay within the smaller campus community, because you get to wear a lot more hats that way. You don't have just a box of what you're expected to do. You kind of do several different jobs and get that opportunity. So hopefully move up but stay in the small setting like Ozark's.
Okay, thanks.